I remember this moment like it was yesterday. I just started writing and I finally found something that felt like an amazing fit, something I was willing to work hard at. I was sitting in my room watching a YouTube video by the late Jim Rohn, and he talked about how much you could change your life in the span of 5 years. Whether you wanted to start a business, build a brand, or any other venture that could radically transform your life, you could make it happen if you were willing to commit those 5 years. I remember thinking to myself, 5 years doesn't seem like a ton of time, so I silently committed to it. I wrote nearly every day, read books, watched videos, took courses, and essentially became a self-improvement machine. As I moved forward, I kept seeing the same thing over and over again. 5 years. My favorite writer, James Altucher, said it takes 5 years to fully reinvent yourself. John Morrow, the online mentor who taught me most of what I know about blogging, said that it would take 4 to 6 years to build a blog that can create wealth. During years 1 through 3, when I was making little to no money, trying to figure out how to be a blogger and learning all the little nuances of writing, I kept reminding myself, 5 years. In years 3 to 4, I could see that success was inevitable. In years 4 to 5, everything skyrocketed. I've reached my 5-year anniversary as a writer and student of self-improvement, and I've accomplished more than I thought possible. Being on the other side of the 5-year equation, I can tell you without question that it works. You will experience exponential growth. In the beginning, your new skill is going to be difficult. You won't have the necessary knowledge or experience that makes it feel like second nature. At this point, you should be focusing solely on building good habits and routines. Most people quit in this phase because it's challenging and the rewards are minimal. Don't be one of those people. Why? Because one day, you won't just get a little better and become a little more successful. Eventually, you'll see tremendous growth. Charlie Munger puts it well. Spend each day trying to be a little wiser than you were when you woke up. Discharge your duties faithfully and well. Step by step, you get ahead, but not necessarily in fast spurts. Slug it out 1 inch at a time, day by day. At the end of the day, if you live long enough, most people get what they deserve. Here are some good rules of thumb. The 90-day sprint. Spend your first 90 days working on your new path, skill, or project in every moment of spare time. If you do, you will not only learn what it takes to succeed, but whether or not you actually like doing it. Most people don't make it past 90 days. If you do, odds are you'll keep going because you've established a new habit. And if you find out what you wanted to be wasn't the right fit, you'll never regret trying. The rule of 100. Be willing to do something 100 times to become proficient. Write 100 blogs. Shoot 100 videos. Pitch 100 potential new clients. You need experience before you can truly establish yourself. 18-month cycle. Peter Drucker, business expert and author of Managing Oneself, talks about using 18-month benchmarks to track your overall progress. This length of time is perfect because it gives you enough data about yourself, but not so long that you create unrealistic goals. The One Thing. Gary Keller's The One Thing teaches a simple rule to help you stay focused and productive. Ask yourself the question, what's the one thing you can do, such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary. You can use this system to reverse engineer long-term goals into actionable steps to work on in the short to intermediate term. 5 years seems like a long time. It isn't. When you break things down to the present moment and focus on the immediate future, you'll look up 5 years later to see that you've achieved a level of progress you didn't think possible. I use this framework for every new goal or major life decision. If I'm not willing to dedicate 5 years to it, I won't do it. But when I do commit, I'm all the way in, and combining these 5-year chunks has led me to an incredibly fulfilling and productive life. If you do the same, your skills will compound like an investment account, and you'll be infinitely better than when you started. But you have to start. I'm sure you're where I was 5 years ago. You want to accomplish something, but you've been hesitant to start. Understand that no one is truly an overnight success. Every successful person has put time and effort into their achievements. You need to do the same. Commit to being better every day so that one day you'll wake up with the success you've worked for. As Jim Rohn puts it, 5 years from now, you will arrive. The question is, where?